Connecticut fueled America's first great food obsession, the oyster mania of the Gilded Age. In the late 1800s, oysters were everywhere, from saloons to street carts. But the story begins centuries earlier, when oysters were a staple for native peoples and early colonists. By the 1700s, demand was so high that some Connecticut towns began regulating oyster harvesting. In the 1760s, New Haven banned the use of bottom-scraping dredges and prohibited oystering during spawning season. By the 1800s, Connecticut wasn't just harvesting oysters, it was farming them. Oystermen built artificial beds in Long Island Sound, but even then, locals couldn't keep up with demand. By the 1850s, schooners were hauling millions of bushels from the Chesapeake to New Haven for processing and distribution nationwide. At the peak of the oyster craze, Americans ate more than 160 million pounds annually. New Yorkers averaged 600 each, and much of it flowed through Connecticut, home to the world's largest fleet of oyster steamships. The industry held strong into the 20th century, but by mid-century, water quality had declined, and storms, dredging, and parasites took their toll. Then came the crash. By the 1990s, up to 90% of Connecticut's oysters were wiped out. The industry was on the brink, but it didn't die, it adapted. Aquaculture stepped in. Scientists bred parasite-resistant oysters. Farmers raised them in hatcheries, then transferred them to floating cages. The result? Bigger, cleaner oysters, and cleaner water too. Today, Connecticut's oyster farms generate millions in revenue and supply some of the best restaurants in the country. From Mystic to Norwalk, a centuries-old industry is making a comeback.